1993, 1994, blockbuster video game champion in the...
I know everything I need to know about you.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and it would appear those that have alleged to know what's going on with Dr. Disrespect are now trying to distance themselves from it. Early on, when Dr. Disrespect was banned without warning, banned without ceremony, banned without reason, at least one given publicly, there were a few people that came out to say, oh, well, I know what happened to Dr. Disrespect, but I can't say.
I cannot reveal it to you.
Why not?
Because I would then have to kill you.
Well, Slasher, Rod Breslau was one of them. A former Twitch employee was one of them. Tim the Tatman and Nick Merckx, both popular Twitch streamers, have kind of eluded. We saw that super chat come through from Doc allegedly to Nick Merckx about being a scapegoat for Twitch. Then we saw Tim the Tatman kind of say it's going to be a couple of months, or was that Nick? One of the two kind of alluded to things being a couple of months. And maybe the 2-month thing is legitimate because we've heard absolute crickets when it comes to what happened with Dr. Disrespect. And today we've seen several big media personalities randomly come out and say, well, actually, I didn't know. We saw Rod Breslau put out, just to be absolutely clear, Tim the Tatman nor Nick Merckx have spoken to Dr. Disrespect since the ban. And to my knowledge, no other streamer has either. Y'all are misinterpreting clips. Likewise, Doc has not responded to half a dozen personal requests of my own to speak since the ban. Now, is this damage control? Did Doc come out and say, hey, you know, maybe don't say anything about it? Maybe he did give some sort of update, but things have really cooled off in the Dr. Disrespect news scenario. And another person that seems to be distancing themselves from Dr. Disrespect, at least from the, I'm sorry, not from him, but from the in the know scenario, is Tim the Tatman. Earlier today, he denies knowing, quote, anything about Dr. Disrespect's Twitch ban. Now, he did say that he had talked to Doc. I watched that happen in real time on his live stream. He said, yeah, I just talked to Doc. Doc doesn't know what's going on. Now, that does seem to refute what Slasher said. But this article on Deserto says, for 2 weeks, the Twitch world has been waiting with bated breath for any details about Dr. Disrespect's reportedly permanent ban from the platform. With no reason for his suspension available, viewers have been flocking to those closest to Doc for any scrap of information they can find. Now, look, there's been a lot of theories, all of which I discussed on this channel, but debunked. One was that Doc was working on his own streaming platform. That never made any sense. Two was that that he was going to Spotify. That never made any sense. It doesn't appear to be the case either. 3, which is possibly the most plausible outside of the whole, if there was, by the way, the most reasonable case to me continues to be that somebody high up in Twitch got some very solid information about Doc in some sort of bad behavior with a female, and that's why they banned him, and they had to do it in exchange for anonymity. I'm not sure. Now, if I'm in Doc's shoes, and I know Twitch can't come out and say why they banned me, and if I know that's why, I'm not saying anything either, to be honest with you. But nonetheless, we haven't seen any other larger platform bans for him, and we haven't seen sponsors drop him. So whatever the reason is, it is absolutely tight-lipped. Now, Occam's razor might be that they wanted to ban him for a long time. The only reason they signed him to that big money deal was because Mixer has now gone kaput. That's possible. That's absolutely possible. Mixer folding up just last week, having to pay out big money to Shroud and Ninja, and in probably the best deals they've ever signed in their life. Now, we saw Ninja return to YouTube last week, so maybe that's a sign of something to come. Maybe that's just him streaming on a platform. Maybe that's him leveraging. It was actually a massive stream with 20 to 30 times normal amounts for him. But now Tim the Tatman has come out into a Twitch stream to say, saying, quote, there are a lot of Doc refugees in here, I'm sure. For now. so I appreciate you hanging out in chat, Tim casually said. You guys are welcome here. Right after he finished addressing Dr. Disrespect's viewers, Tim realized that he had used a poor choice of words. For now, he repeated, oh God, dude, here we go. Don't even clip it. It wasn't a breadcrumb. I don't know anything. With rumors swirling about what's next for Dr. Disrespect and why he was banned on Twitch, it's easy to see why For Now comment could easily be taken out of context. It wasn't a breadcrumb, Tim repeated. I don't know anything. I don't. As it turns out, Tim seems to have been truthful. Esports journalist Rod Breslau took to Twitter to address those remarks and others made in recent weeks. Again, saying just to be clear, Tim the Tatman nor Nick Merckx have spoken to Doc. Additionally, he noted how Dr. Disrespect has not responded to personal requests to speak with me since being banned from Twitch. As people are desperate for news on the two-time, it's clear that streamers may need to be extra careful about what they say. Hopefully we get some information sooner than later with this mystery can be put to rest. Now, here's an interesting theory. If we're going to go tinfoil, like get the tinfoil out here, boys and girls. Is it possible?
Is it possible that there are no coincidences?
Is it possible that Twitch reached out to the three prominent people who have said something about it and said, shut up or you're cut off? Is it possible? You know, the way Tim responded so quickly, realizing he had made a mistake, maybe he didn't want to hear from Twitch about, you know, possibly knowing something he doesn't know. Maybe Twitch knows he knows and said, hey, be quiet about it. It seems curious that essentially Slasher had to issue a statement to say he doesn't know anything. I mean, it's been pretty clear to me that he doesn't know what's going on. He had that one cryptic tweet saying like, oh, I definitely know Doc is done, but I don't feel good enough about saying the reason why. Maybe he was given information from that other former Twitch employee who said, you know, I know for a fact Doc is done. He's good. He's done for good. I don't know. But interestingly enough, Doc did make a little change today. This also via Deserto. 2 weeks since his ban, Dr. Disrespect has finally removed Twitch from his Twitter bio. Now, I don't know if Dr. Disrespect even manages his own Twitter account. It seems unlikely that he would be, you know, managing individual tweets or the tweets of his account. But interestingly enough, if you go to his Twitter account, he has changed it. Now, he has changed it to his YouTube channel. Now, here's some interesting theories I think worth exploring. One, if Twitch truly banned him for, you know, hey, we just don't want this quote-unquote toxic person on our platform anymore, well, that would leave him free to go to YouTube or to Facebook Gaming. Now, we know Facebook Gaming made a gigantic offer to Ninja. Would they make the same offer to Dr. Disrespect? It's difficult to know. But what I do know is that if the platform you take the money from doesn't pan out, it doesn't bring huge numbers, you're probably better off staying where you are. We saw Ninja go to Mixer with relatively poor success, having streams, you know, 8 to 10 to 12,000 viewers regularly, which is amazing for any one of us normies. But for the biggest streamer in the world, it's pathetic. It's an embarrassing amount of viewers. Going back to Twitch would make sense for Ninja, in my opinion, but YouTube might be willing to fork out the cash. We saw Slasher last week say, hey, he didn't think platforms are looking to shell out big amounts of cash for streamer exclusive deals, but that doesn't mean they aren't. That doesn't mean he's not, you know, quietly negotiating with YouTube behind the scenes. We've seen YouTube, they want to make plays in the streamer market. Here's the thing though, and I actually had to amend this video today. Here on the 14th, it's actually being now reported that Dr. Disrespect isn't joining YouTube despite Twitter tease. Now, there's still plenty of question marks over Dr. Disrespect and a shock Twitch ban on June 26th, as well as where the two-time might land next. Well, if not YouTube, that literally leaves Facebook. And Boy, I don't know. I mean, will Doc get a big cash payout from Facebook? I'm not sure. If I'm Facebook, two of my biggest competitors have now been removed from the conversation. Mixer from its own implosion, and Twitch because they literally banned him. But now Slasher, who said in the very same day that he hasn't spoken to Dr. Disrespect, has now said he won't be joining YouTube on any kind of exclusive deal. However, that's according to gaming insider Rod Slasher, who spoke about Doc's situation during Twitch co-stream with platform socialist Hassan Piker. I know they wrote star, but he's not a star. He's a moron, in my opinion. Now, no one is talking to Dr. Disrespect. YouTube is not talking to him. That discussion on joining, I can confirm that has not happened. Brezal said during Piker's broadcast. The insider also added that he heard YouTube already feels like it's in a pretty good position with who they've signed. Brezal also confirmed Doc's disappearance is not a platform move. Instead, it's a ban relating to a severe criminal element. In Piker's words, at the time of the publication, however, there's been no registered arrests for Herschel Beam. Now, but Brezal confirmed that Doc's disappearance is not a platform move. Instead, it's a ban relating to severe criminal elements. That seems really bizarre. Really bizarre. Unfortunately, ruling out possible platform deals for the whole Doc doesn't put anyone any closer to understanding the situation. Tim did weigh in on Dr. Disrespect's donation to Nick Merckx. According to reports, the Aussie gossip site Sausage Roll, God, they're getting quoted in Deserto, donated $50, said he was a scapegoat. It scares me to think that some of you are so stupid to think Doc donated that to Nick. That's scary to me because I'm really dumb, right? But I'm not that stupid, Tim the Tapman said of the alleged donation. So Tim the Tapman is saying that no, Doc did not donate that. With YouTube out of the picture, Doc's options seem to be getting slimmer. There were rumors that he had penciled a licensing agreement with Facebook Gaming based on the leaked contract document, but they have been ruled as fake. Others have pointed to Swedish music platform Spotify, who is reportedly in the process of setting up their own streaming services. These rumors sparked to life after fans uncovered an old clip of Dr. Disrespect saying he had met with Rogan's producer, Jamie Vernon. For now, fans are going to have to sit tight. The Dr. Disrespect ban saga doesn't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon. Well, it's bizarre to me that they're talking about a criminal element. There's been no arrest and no charges made, or no charges levied. So I don't know what's going on here with Dr. Disrespect. I hope it's not that. I hope it's just business because he's a platform star. And despite his flaws, he is revered by many. And I wish him the best. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.